By watching this video, you uncover psychological traps that sabotage even the most ambitious entrepreneurs and learn how to avoid justifying shortcuts that destroy your business, reputation, and peace of mind. Now, have you ever wondered what pushes someone to cross a line they can never uncross? Most people think that success is about breaking the rules, but what if crossing that line actually destroys everything you worked for? Hey, my name is Ernest, and I help entrepreneurs like you avoid the traps that kill momentum and peace of mind. Now, in today's video, I break down the psychological trap at the heart of Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, show you how that same trap ruins businesses and lives and gives you a framework to build success without losing your soul. Now, why do the smartest people justify the worst decisions? Raskolnikov, a broke law student, convinced himself that exceptional people are above the rules. Sound familiar? In business, it's tempting to think you're the exception, that you're special, the one who can cut corners, spam leads, or future results because you deserve the success. I've seen agency owners burn bridges with clients after literally one harmless shortcut, thinking they get away with it. By the way, they never do. Spoiler alert. Now, as Dostoevsky might say, the greatest crimes begin with the smallest self-deceptions. We have been told to think outside of the box. But what if I will tell you that the box is there for a reason? Now, if I may tell you anything, I will really want you to ask yourself, where are you justifying your shortcuts in your business as of right now? Because accordingly to Harvard Business Review, 70% of startups fail due to ethical missteps and loss of trust, not lack of hustle. Now, it's like building a skyscraper on a sand. Impressive at first, but doomed to collapse. Now, let's pause for a second, yes? Close your eyes for at least 3 seconds. Picture the one rule you're most tempted to break. Got it now? Now let's keep going. Are you really as disciplined as you think, or are you just good at rationalizing? Because the real danger isn't breaking the rule itself, it's believing you're immune to consequences of breaking it. Even the top entrepreneurs, yes, they don't just play hard, they play smarter and cleaner. Very often they bend the rules for themselves, but they are still aware of the consequences. Now look, I get it. I've been there, the pressure to win is real, but you're not alone. And you don't have to compromise your values to get ahead. Because so what happens when finally cross that line? Let's see what Dostoevsky teaches us. What if getting what you want leaves you emptier than before? Raskolnikov kills the pawnbroker, thinking it will solve his problems. Instead, guilt and paranoia destroys him. In business, unethical moves might bring very quick results, but they always come at a cost. And very often the cost is more than you expected to meet. A friend of mine automated cold DM outreach to thousands of DMs a day. He booked meetings, but his reputation tanked, especially because he has been running everything with either his name or his company's name, and the leads dried up. He spent months rebuilding the trust, and that's a perfect example of your reputation being destroyed because of one small shortcut. Now, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. Another thing to keep in mind is true freedom is doing the right thing, especially when nobody's looking. Now, everyone says it's just business, but is it really? What's one shortcut you regret taking, and what did it really cost you? Have you ever asked yourself this? Because a McKinsey study found that companies with strong ethical cultures outperform competitors by at least 20% when it comes to the long run. Now, how I like to think about this, it's shortcuts are like sugar heights, intense, but followed by a crash. What I really want you to do is just simply ask yourself have you ever lost sleep over a business decision? If yes, drop a yes in the comment. But then when it comes to the reflection that you can do when it comes to all of those things, yes, ask yourself one simple question. What would your business look like if you played that long game every time? By the end of the day, very often we underestimate how much our own self-respect drives the long-term success. By the end of the day, the best in the games are obsessed with doing it right, not just doing it fast. Obviously, everyone wants to get to 1 million, to 2 million, 10 million very, very quickly, but is it the right way and is it the right thing to do? Now, the real question is, so Ernest, how do you build a business and life you're proud of? What's the unbreakable rule that top performers never violate? Success isn't about being ruthless, it's about being relentless with your standards. So build systems, not shortcuts. Focus on value, not volume. I remember when I stopped chasing every single lead and started building genuine relationships with all my existing clients or even potential clients, if I'm being absolutely honest, my business exploded. And obviously the predictable revenue based on those relationships have also followed. As Jocko Willink likes to say, discipline equals freedom. The freedom you want is built on the discipline you avoid, and you know that. Because by the end of the day, people think discipline is restrictive. In reality, it's what sets you free. Now, I want you to, again, ask yourself as a reflection, what's one standard you can raise today? Because research from Stanford shows that disciplined entrepreneurs are 50% more likely to achieve long-term success. And on the basis that you're into this, independent of what business you're running, I will assume, or I will want to assume, that you're here for a long term, not a short term. Now, think of your business like a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself and you'll outlast the competition. I'm very confident in saying you've also heard either listening to me or to someone else, higher entrepreneurs, or maybe even your favorite entrepreneurs, very often they may have said something like, business is a long game. Business is all the numbers game. Business is whoever eats the shit for the longest. If there is anything I can do for you, I will want you to stand up, stretch and say it out loud, I'm playing the long game, on the basis that you're actually playing the long game. And I want you also to ask yourself one thing, namely, are you building something that will last or something that will just look good for a moment? For example, on your Instagram, whenever, let's say, you're going to a 9 to 5 or you're going to school and you just really want to say, I'm an entrepreneur, look at me. Because most people overestimate what they can do in a week and underestimate what they can do in a year. How do your daily habits compare to the best in your field? Now, let's recap what you've learned. We'll explore why justifying shortcuts is a trap, how real success comes from disciplines and integrity, and how you can build a business that lasts. Now, if there's anything I can promise you from this video, it's that if you apply these lessons, you'll not only win more clients, you'll win your own respect and build a legacy you're proud of. If this resonates with you, hit like, hit the subscribe button, and share your story in the comments. What's one standard you're raising today? Now, next time we'll dive into the hidden habits of the world's most resilient entrepreneurs, so don't miss it out. Now, if there is anything I can leave you with on this video, I just want to share one quote, which is, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill.